Dearly beloved, actually, we have the reflection here prepared by Nathan. So please give your attention to him as he brings a message on one of the epistle readings.
Respected Achin, Chemachin, uncles, aunties, and friends, today I would like to take some time to briefly reflect upon the first Bible reading from today's Kurbana. And this comes from the first epistle of St. Peter, chapter 4, verses 10 through 23. And so in this passage, St. Peter describes suffering. And when we think of suffering, we definitely think of something that is not enjoyable. Suffering is associated with pain and discomfort. But instead, in this passage, St. Peter's telling us that we should rejoice when we suffer. And it's not just any suffering, but in the sufferings of Christ. And so St. Peter mentions that when we are ridiculed or harmed because we are Christians, we are actually building a greater reward in heaven. Because suffering can come in many forms. It's not just purely religious persecution. So if we think of daily encounters in our lives, whether at school or at work, there may be people that are intentionally disagreeable or disrespectful towards us. But as Christians, St. Peter's telling us that we should actually embrace these challenges and these people because we are suffering in the name and way of Christ. And St. Peter also tells us that we shouldn't be ashamed of the way we react to these people if we don't say disrespectful things back towards them because we are being blessed by God and His Spirit. And I think the most important part of this passage is that St. Peter also mentions that we shouldn't judge these people because of the way they act towards us. We shouldn't think that they're going to face some kind of greater punishment because God's the one who will be judging them accordingly to their actions. And instead, we should only focus on the way we act and the way we are towards other people. So thank you so much for your time and listening to my reflection.